Pouncer in the car. You'll see why. He just does the craziest stuff in the car. He's so funny. Sorry for the mess. We are sorry for the mess. He just never stays still. To him, the car is like the coolest thing in the world. Don't worry, wherever he is, he won't be for long. That's the thing with them in pictures. You try to take a picture, and by the time you're ready, they're in a different spot. So you know what I mean? What do you got? He just put on the blinker. He turned on the windshield wiper. He's got a lot to do. He's a good auto mechanics. It's just paradise, man. Yeah. Car's got everything, all sorts of toys. Because everything's a toy. Everything's a toy. The Pouncer. He's a good boy. Who's a pretty kitty? Who's a pretty kitty? Don't worry, he'll be here in a second. Trust me. You just never know what Pouncer's gonna do. Okay, bye-bye, Pouncer. Hello. Hello. Oh, that's me, wrong guy. Now, when he goes down here, see, this is the problem. He likes to sort of sleep down here, but right on the brake and the gas. So it makes driving a little hard. So that's why when we drive, he's got to go in there. Don't you? But I thought you'd like to see him in the car because he's nuts in the car. It's just funny. You're funny. Let's see if we can light this up. I don't know. No, maybe this is it. Yeah, sorry for the mess in the car. I didn't realize that was so messy. Yeah, we got a little mess. I wonder who did that. Actually, that was probably me. Swaggers. I don't know what I'm talking about. Pouncer. Sorry to blame you. Like father, like son. Swaggers, though. Swaggers hates the car. I'm using the word hate here in a very sincere way. Pouncer, hey, it's my buddy, bro. Yo, I feel that. Pouncer, hey. They get teeth, you know. Hey. I'm telling you, like, bite right through it. He knows not to bite me, but I don't think he considers the shoe part of me. Right, Pouncer? You being a good boy? They say your fur looks majestic. It's funny you say that. I was thinking about that before. Like, the fur in person looks different than it looks like on a camera. I don't know how to explain it. If you come meet him, you'll see what I mean. If you want to come meet him, just come. I call police. Alright. Pouncer, she's calling the police on you. You're too cute. What's up, Landon? How you guys doing? I thought that might be nice to show you Pouncer in the car because he's so funny in the car. But except when he goes down there, that's where he sleeps. He got the fur from his big cousin. You got it from your car? Pouncer. If he goes like that, he might go to bed. Actually, it's funny you say that. They're related to leopards. That guy's eyes are so pretty. Oh, they said your eyes are pretty. He says, thank you, Landon. He's got blue eyes, but they may or may not stay that way. You just never know. You never know. Swaggers has brown eyes. His mother's got blue eyes. What do you feed? Red book animal. I'm not sure what that means. I'm glad you liked it. The one with the cat? We're looking for the cat. We still haven't caught that cat. In fact, we're going to go back there tonight. Why do you have that in your car? Well, he likes the car. I like the car. We're going out somewhere to the park. Since he does funny things in the car, I thought you might like to see it. I want to sniff that fur so much. Well, he'd like to sniff you too. Wow, that's a strange comment someone just made. Let's hide that. Someone's sharing very personal information with us. Sometimes I think he really wants to drive. Eric Osborne, the wizard, says, where can I get one? Well, first I had to check the laws in your state. What state are you from? Son of a gun. He's actually son of Slaggers. Hey, Pouncer. You're a pretty kitty. You're a pretty kitty. You're so pretty. Why do you like it down there? I do that to my cat all the time. Florida. In Florida, you can have one, but you have to have a permit, and they'll like come and check your. Hang on a second. They'll come and like check your enclosure and measure it, but you can have one in Florida. Hit me up. Hit me up, Jeffrey Leibowitz on Messenger, Leibowitz. Let's see if I can help you out. I have no financial interest in it, but if I can help you and you do your research and you can give them good life, an outdoor enclosure, indoor enclosure, you understand the financial investment, and it'll, Colorado. I think no, but don't trust me. Don't trust me. There's something about Colorado. I think it's a no, but there may be some exception. I can't remember. There's something about Colorado. Don't trust me. I'm pretty sure it's no, but there's something I think changing there. I had a lot of friends there, and I got some family too. But you could just look it up. Just go online, ask Google. Are serval cats legal in Colorado? That's all you need. And if they are, what did you want, son of a gun? I don't know. Bear something in mind. Putting aside Wisconsin, if the state says they're legal, let's take North Carolina, for example. North Carolina says, yes, they're legal. That just means that the local municipality, the county, or the city can say yes or no. It doesn't mean it's a yes. It means it's a yes or a no. So, sorry for the mess down there. I didn't realize it was so bad. So, that's all a yes from the state means. So, it's not like it's a yes. And it tends to be the case that they'll be illegal in the cities and legal in the rural areas. Does he have a name? He's Pouncer. He's Pouncer. He's the Antichrist. He will slice and dice, man, women, and children, Pouncer, come up here, buddy. Let's see if we can get him up. I don't know why he loves that spot so much. This is where he goes. Come on up. Come up. Come on, man. Because I remember you on Old Street. Hey, Kelly. Oh, it's good to have you here. He's so precious. They said you're precious. Come here, crazy boy. Come here, Mr. Crazy. You're eating your leash? You're eating your leash? Oh, no biting. Well, I appreciate you being on the street. Thank you. Come here, Pouncer. No bite, no biting, no biting. Come here. Come here, you son of a gun. Alright, you don't need that light in your eye. Alright, give me a second here to figure this out. Not retouch. Hold on. Stay up here for just a minute. For just a minute. Bro, for just a minute, be a good boy. Be a good boy, you crazy maniac. Be a good boy. Pouncer, the good boy. He just wants to go down there. You can't go down there. Alright, go down there. It's just that I gotta put the light in your eye. Fine. It's all dirty. Why'd you like it? We gotta go to the car wash, buddy. Something to do tomorrow. He'll probably love that, being inside the car wash. I don't know what I would say in the live. Say whatever you want. There's no rules here. Say whatever you want. Feel free to say anything. Pouncer does. You have no idea how hard it was. We can talk in your live stream. Of course. It was so hard to pick a name. I'm embarrassed at how long the list is of possible names. And so, finally, I said, I give up. I just give up. I'm going to call him Bro. That's what I call him anyway. Right, Bro? And then I realized, once I gave up, that his name was Pouncer. You know, you gotta I gotta get to know them and see what they do. And he's always pouncing. It's always Pouncer. He's a good boy. But you can call him Bro. The cat looks like a demon with the light on. Are you a demon cat? The question that I have been asked more than any other in my life is, what kind of cat is that? I gotta make some standard answer, write it down, and just copy and paste it. But, oh, you like the name. Thank you. You have no idea. I appreciate that. He seemed to answer to it. I said, Pouncer! Look at these ears. Look at satellite plates. Look at those ears. You got satellite dishes. You got 2 plates for ears. They got giant ears. They gotta grow into the ears. You have such big ears. Why do you like the car so much? Why do you like the car so much? It doesn't look like they have eyes. They do. That's a part of it. Like when people, if there's a predator behind them, the idea is like they see eyes. Smart. Poke, 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 poke. His name is Pouncer. To be honest, I kind of love his name. It just fits him so well. He's always with me. You know, he comes to work. He sleeps on me. Everyone knows him. In Walmart, he goes to Petco. He picks his own toys. He loves going to Arby's. He goes to all the parks. He's got an outdoor enclosure. He's got 3 houses. He's got a pretty good life, I gotta say. I think what I'm looking at would be the coolest cat in the world to have. Eric, get one, man. If you feel that way, you're willing to make the investment in terms of, time and money and everything, do it. Do what makes you happy. This message is held. Yeah, it's true. Not true. I could feel it more than you might think. This message is held for review. You lead. Let's get rid of this guy. People sharing very strange things with us. I'm not sure why they do that. Serval Cat. Serval. Now, Swaggers was a serval. If Swaggers had a baby with a regular cat, that'd be called a Savannah cat. And that's worth a lot of money. These guys aren't as expensive. That's like 4 times more. Because, they're mostly... They act far more domesticated like kitty cats than wild cats, Technically, Pouncer is a wild animal. He just doesn't act like one. I'm sorry for the mess on my floor. He likes it. It's such a trip. So you're gonna go live? We are live. What do you mean? I'm gonna buy that cat from you, buddy. One does not sell one's friends. I can't sell my best new friend. I only had him for what is today? Not even a week, 6 days. 6 days, my baby. Although I met him as a fetus. I did. I met him when his mom was pregnant. Oh, okay, my bad. No, I ain't selling you. Don't worry, buddy. No, there's no price. There's no price. He's priceless. When you have a serval, they bond to you. They bond with one person, maybe 2. So I try to take him out to meet a lot of people, so that it's not like that. And God forbid something happens to me, it won't be terrible. And he's so sweet. He likes people. So it's working out so well. And he likes animals. He likes cats and dogs. But the thing that sucks is the cats don't like him. He's a serval. When he goes to the cats, like he sits down and he gives him serval cat. He gives him kisses. He's so sweet. He's really like a little gentleman. And he sits there and he sticks his nose in there and then he shows he wants to play. And they just ignore him and eat. It's almost like racist because he looks different. It's so weird. I can't believe it's actually a thing. I feel bad. Yesterday it happened. And Nick, it depends on the state you live in, if they're legal or not. And that's where you start. Then you start doing research and you can hit me up, I'll help you. But you got to really be ready. It's a tremendous investment. And it's a soul-sucking, ego-destroying, life-changing experience. You don't know. It's not what it seems like. It's not. Please believe me, it's not. And they have special everything. Special needs. You can't just bring them to regular vet. It's a special vet. It's special food. It's very expensive. They got to have an outdoor enclosure. He's just being good. Serval with an S. And so if it's legal, if you want to talk about it, hit me up on Facebook Messenger. I could point you in the right direction. I don't make any money, but I could show you where the chat groups are and who's trustworthy, because almost 100% of the people you see online are scammers. There's so many scammers in the serval world and the Savannah cat world that there are chat groups dedicated just to exposing them. I mean, several chat groups. What are you doing, baby? What are you doing, you baby? It's insane. If you see an ad for a Savannah cat or a serval cat, always assume it's a scam. You have to get it from someone you know who knows a breeder, and you got to FaceTime with them and see it and not send a deposit and all sorts of stuff. Who's a good boy? You see, when he chews on my clothing and shoe, even though it's like thick, I can feel it. What are you doing? There's scammers in every circle. Yeah, so true. So true. But in this circle, I think they're especially prevalent. It's just terrible. Cat is hurt. Patricia, how you doing? No, cat's not hurt. Cat's not hurt. He just likes it there. I see neck wound. No, that's his harness. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? I'm using my shoe to pet him. He's just weird. Do you have a neck wound? Trust me, if he were hurt, he'd let me know about it. He'd come up to me, hop on top of me, and show me. Thank you, Patricia. Look, she says you're adorable. Say thank you. See, he said thank you. See that? You heard of Bofa? No, I don't know what that is. What's Bofa, Pouncer? He doesn't know either. Oh, he's got the shoelace. It's actually easier to do a live in the car than it is at a park. Hey, you see, he does love shoelaces. He did hurt his nose a couple of days ago. He rubs it on this part of the bag. He pushes into it because he hates being in it. But you can't put Neosporin on it. You can't put on antibiotics for people. You have to use a special cat one. And so it's good to know if you use like something like Neosporin or bacitracin, it'll make it worse. And they're often allergic to it, so it's a whole thing. So if your cat gets a cut, whatever kind of cat it is, it's always important to get the right antibiotic. At, Petco or PetSmart or whatever. Who is a good boy? Look at those ears. You do have big ears, buddy. They gotta grow into the ears. Now, if Swaggers had gotten married to a domestic cat and had a baby, that would be what they call an F1 Savannah cat. And the F1 Savannah cats are worth a ton of money, but they're also sterile. So if you were to try to make like a high degree Savannah cat, you'd have to get an F2 Savannah cat, like the F1's baby, and mate that with a serval. And then you have a pretty high percentage. But that doesn't always work either. You're unique, she says. Serval cats gets around 26 pounds. I don't know. Swaggers is 38 pounds. I'm sure that's true. But Swaggers is big. So this guy might get big too. But just a week ago, he was 3.5 pounds. Believe it or not. I'm sure you don't believe me. I wouldn't either. What is he doing? What are you doing, baby? What are you doing, baby? They say you're pretty. You're so pretty. He's a good boy. He's such a good boy. He's such a good boy and he's clean. He uses his litter box. He's just a good baby. You're such a good baby. I don't know why you like it over there, but hey. Because of the baby kitty, I subbed and hit the like. Oh, thank you very much. Who's a good boy? You're gonna fall asleep? Seriously, you're gonna nod off now? You're gonna nod off now? Everyone's saying how cute you is. He's so cute when he sleeps. He holds his teddy bear. And now he has this new toy. I knew he'd like it. I didn't know he'd like it this much. And he carries it to bed. I actually made a video of it. He carries it, and then it's so cute. It's like bigger than him. It's a giant caterpillar. And he jumps onto the bed, and he lies down, and he hugs it, and then falls asleep. Cats are the best. I've seen cats fight those. The cats always win. They're too smart. I really think cats are smarter, too, to be honest. I love dogs. Don't get me wrong. But not that what he's doing is so smart. I have 24 pounds. Oh my goodness. What does he eat? Don't tell me you have snakes too. I won't tell you. If I did have a snake, and the snake got loose, God forbid, and he was, let's say it wasn't even him. Let's just say it was a regular cat. The regular cat will win like 100% of the time. If it's a venomous snake, if it's a constrictor, it's not always true, but the cat always wins. Cats are just made to kill snakes. Yeah, just don't do it, buddy. Just don't do it, buddy. And don't underestimate the bite of these guys, man. Let me tell you, Swaggers bit me once, and my arm, 4 cats and 2 dogs, wow. My arm swelled up as much as it swelled up from, a snake bite. And there's no antibiotic for it. And I went to the doctor, and she said, there's really very little we can do. There is no antibiotic, so we'll give you an antibiotic. It's not going to do much, though. So you got to be careful. Rodolfo, how you doing? This is Pouncer, and he's a serval cat, Serval. They're from Africa. And they don't usually act like this. Usually they're like little dragons. You have to tame the babies. But this baby's just got a... Good, man. I'm glad. He just has a very sweet disposition. Thank you, Rodolfo. He has 2 sisters. He was the only boy. One sister is very sweet, almost like him. And one is like swagger, like, like hissy and crazy. And if you're new here, I'm sorry for the mess in my car. Tomorrow we're going to be heading to the car wash. But he's a good boy. His sisters are in Alabama, as is Swaggers right now. But we move around. Swaggers does too. But right now, Swaggers is making babies. Swaggers has a pretty good life right now. Can I adopt him? Well, Mike, the best I can say is you can come play with him and consider him your adopted son. He wouldn't mind that. You can be his godfather. You give him a toy to be your friend for life. Are you seriously nodding off, buddy? Really? That's, I'm afraid when he goes to sleep early because then he's awake all night. You gonna be up all night again? You drive me crazy at night. What's sweet about him, though, is Swagger's fully outside. Swagger's is half outside, half inside. His enclosure is connected to the house, and he's got 3 of them. What's funny about this guy is he's so nuts in the bed and he goes crazy, but when you fall asleep, or if when you turn over and you're seriously going to sleep, you're not playing anymore, he respects it. He'll just leaves you alone. Otherwise he'll bite your toes and go nuts. Once he sees you really want to sleep, he's such a gentleman. He's so respectful, and just turns around and he goes to sleep too, and then he'll sleep on you. He's just so sweet. But please don't think serval cats are like him. They're just not. He's just special. I didn't know he'd be this special, but much more like his mom. Not that Swaggers isn't sweet and everything. Swaggers is, he's spicier. Yeah, you got a spicy sister, a very spicy sister. She almost killed me. Yeah, no biting, no, kisses, kisses. Kisses, not hisses. You're so damn cute. Cuteness overload. Thank you. He says thank you. Yes, he's very grateful. Is that your belly? That's your belly. Stop biting. Be a good boy. Be a good boy. This is when it's good to give him a toy. Yeah. Oh my God. Hey, kid. Bro. Here, look. Everything's a toy. Everything's a toy. That ball is from when I got bit by the taipan. I was in the hospital, and they gave me 2. It's just to work your nerves out. It's such a good thing to have. Like, if you just, I don't know, if you have anxiety or whatever, you squeeze these balls and you just, I don't know, you just feel better. It's weird. Is it legal to have those cats? Well, we wouldn't have them if it was illegal, but it depends on the state. So they're legal in Tennessee, North Carolina, South Carolina, Alabama, Nevada, and Wisconsin without permits. And in other states, I don't know them all offhand, but one of them's Florida. They're legal with permits. Pennsylvania, legal with permits. It depends on the state. But like we were saying before, if they're legal in the state, it doesn't mean it's legal where you live in that state. It means where you live in that state, that county or city, They have the ability to say yes or no. For example, New York, they're not legal at all. Yeah, he sleeps with me. In New York, they're not legal. So, for example, Nassau County, they don't have the ability to say yes. It's just no. In North Carolina, they said yes. So Durham, though, said no. It's a city. Raleigh said no. It's a city. But say Roxborough, it's a little town. All the rural areas say yes. Are they dangerous? Well, they can be very dangerous. If you don't have them since when they're babies, or if, God forbid, their owner dies, and let's say it's like 3 years old, and you were to get it, then they're very dangerous. Why in your car? It's 9 p.m. bedtime. That's a very good question. We're in the car. We were in the park all day. We were inside. We went to Arby's. We went to Walmart. And now we have to go back to the park because we're feeding a cat that we're trying to catch. And we thought we would do a live for a couple of minutes. So, sorry for the mess. He doesn't really have a set bedtime. He'll go to bed when I go to bed. He just pretty much sleeps, though, like when I'm not there. How big do they get? They get pretty big. They get, like 30-something pounds. They get pretty big. And they stand next to a kitty cat. You'll see, like 2 or 3 times bigger. And they're tall. They're very tall. They're taller than they are bigger, if that makes any sense. They're like reticulated pythons compared to anacondas. They're long. They have the longest legs proportionate to their body than any cat. And they jump. Man, can they jump. Roadrunner likes that number, 26. Alright, they get to 26 pounds. What do I know? Is that a Fukin tiger? Are you a Fukin tiger? He identifies as a Fukin tiger. Are you a tiger? Nah. He's a serval cat. They're related more to leopards. Look at those ears. Your ears are just silly. They're just silly, you big baby. Are you adorable? Oh. You see, he knows I can't really reach enough to go over his head. So he's nibbling at me. Boop. I'm really sorry for my car's mess down there. I didn't realize I didn't have the turpan snake, an inland taipan. Yeah, that sucked. You can't imagine how bad that was. And a month after I got bit by that snake, he wasn't even alive. Think how new he is to the world, Because that's like so recent in my mind. Christmas party. Dinner with the family on the 24th. Hey, who's a good boy? Boop. Hey, babies. Snowflake. Snowflake in Spanish, Copito. I had a cat named Copito who just passed away. He was such a sweet cat, and he went to the 26 pounds. He went to the bathroom, and he was like pushing, and then they gave him like a stroke or something, and the poor guy, he just got like paralyzed and passed away. It was terrible. Your cat's attacking your foot. Trust me when I tell you, I know what you're going through. I know what you're going through. Boop. You're so weird. He goes down there to sleep, and then he plays with the ball. What's up, Angie? How you doing? Thank you. She says you're a sweet baby. You're a sweet baby. Are you? He is. It's such a weird place to like, bro. Boop. So he likes everything. He likes everything. He like Hector Flores. How you doing, bro? He likes every person. He likes every place. He likes everything. He likes anything that's a noun. But he doesn't like the garbage truck. That's like the one thing he doesn't like. He's even good with the vacuum. Swaggers hates the vacuum. Is that a Savannah cat? He's a serval cat. Does he purr? He does purr. Swaggers never purrs. Never. He's purred once in his life. But this guy purrs, yes. Most of them purr very loud. But This guy purrs. You don't really know when they're babies. He purrs, but he's gonna hiss. They all hiss. He just hasn't really hissed yet. He tried to hiss today. It just didn't come out so great. Don't tell him I said that. But he tried. They all hiss. And Google and people will tell you that the hissing, that's how they communicate. No. The hiss in real life, that's exactly what it seems like. It's like, get away from me. The hiss is exactly what it seems like. It's a sort of a threat display. They do not want you nearby when they're hissing. Or they might be hurt, like if you step on them, they'll hiss or something. But it's never something good. It's not like, I love you. Who's a good boy? Who's such a good boy? We should count your spots. Boop. Boop. Beep. Boop. Boop. They all make different sounds. You do good instrument. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. See, Swaggers would be ripping me to pieces right here. Swaggers would be ripping me to pieces in this spot. Your daddy's crazy. You're not like him. You're just not. Oh, I saw that. Silly kitty. But don't run out and get one so fast, First of all, they're not legal everywhere. And second, they're a tremendous amount of work. They really are. It's not what it seems. I know it seems like a cute little kitty just lying on my car, but he's going to grow. He's going to be very big. And it's a tremendous amount of work. Everybody wants one anyway. Guys are funny. But if they're not legal in your state, you could usually get a Savannah cat. And then, for example, an F1 Savannah cat, the baby between a serval and a regular cat, that's an F1. If that's not legal, then even in New York, for example, the F5 is legal. So there's usually there's some generation that's legal, but not always. Do you feed them meat? Well, all cats are carnivores. And he eats a grind. This is a baby that has turkey necks, chicken necks, a little bit of salmon oil. It's got bone grinds, psyllium husks, chicken liver, chicken hearts, gizzard, supplements that are special, a wildcat food, like dry food for wildcats, and I'm probably forgetting something. Whoop. It's got like 12 things in it. And then you grind it up in a commercial grinder. It's cute, right? And it comes out looking like a hamburger. And he loves it. Are you really a wild cat? They said you're wild. Are you a wild thing? I don't know. He doesn't act wild enough. You don't act, there you go. You don't act wild. You seem like a sweetie. He really is. He's always a sweetie. But they're just not like this. He's just different. I'm telling you, if you get one, it's not going to be like this. Trust me. Please believe me. I've lived through servals. Was it your taipan? Yeah, inland taipan. There's a couple kinds, coastal, good night. Coastal taipan, inland taipan, and it was just horrendously terrible. He's one of a kind. Oh, they say you're one of a kind. He might be nodding off, in which case we should probably end this. I don't want to bore you guys. Are you sleeping? Look, ball. Look at those ears. It's funny when they look down. Swaggers was once sitting with a group of kittens in a circle, and they were so little next to him. They were all looking down, and Swagger's ears just looked so big next to them. Where did he bite you? On my right hand, in this knuckle. You can't even see the bite. It's not like a rattlesnake bite. It's not like a hemotoxic bite where you get necrosis and everything. You can't even see it. All the damage is inside of you. It's so much worse. A cheetah. Oh, he wishes he's a cheetah. He is a serval cat. Serval. They're related to leopards. And he's a good boy. But he's a bad example of a serval cat. They're usually not this nice. And no one believes me, but they're not. You should just look them up. Just look at how they behave. They're not like this, I'm telling you. And you have to tame them as babies. The babies come out crazy. He's just different. I didn't know that. I just took the only boy that Swaggers had. He had 2 girls and a boy. Usually there's 2 in a litter. This litter had 3. Do you still own the snake? No, unfortunately they killed him for no reason. We saw from his father. Yeah, his father's nuts. His father's a thug in his mind. Now he's an OG. He's a cool-looking cat. Thank you, KC. Hey, they say you're cool-looking. Can you imagine the nerve? You're on a YouTube live. There's all these people, and you just fall asleep. You just nod off like that. Wake up. Pouncer. He had a long day. He played a lot today. You know, and that's another thing. You got to have, like, the ability to... Thank you, Casey. You got to have the... Yeah... I will let him sleep. I got to carry him inside. And he'll keep sleeping when I carry him. You got to have the ability to, you know, change your life around. You have to build a big enclosure, you know, and they need like at least 400 or 500 square feet at least. And you got to, you know, I think it's good that they're inside and outside and that you connect the two. You don't have to, but I think that's helpful. Then you had like double doors everywhere. It's a whole thing, you know. And he's not going to be like this forever, you know. He's going to get bigger. And probably a little crazier. Do you guys really want to watch him sleep? I don't know what to do. Should we end this? Does anyone have any questions? You don't want to play his dots? He's so cute when he sleeps, isn't he? And either I'm crazy, which is completely possible, but it seems like every morning he's grown, or I'm crazy. Why the other cats don't want to play with him? I don't know. It's almost like disturbing, because he's so good, and he sits down, you know, he just sits, and like he doesn't want to scare them. He looks with his giant ears, and they just ignore him. You know, they just totally ignore. They're not scared of him. They just don't want anything to do with them. And all he wants to do is play with them. No, he seems to like birds. You know, he's not supposed to, but, you know, at this age, like a squirrel to him is a giant, you know, it's almost like his size. So he's not going to go after a squirrel, and he's not going to go after a bird, not yet. So at this age, everything's a toy. And he just eats his grind. But pretty soon, in like a month or so, he's going to be eating whole prey. Like right now, he eats 4 times a day his grind. He'll be having 3 meals a day. 2 will be whole prey, 1 will be grind. The next day, 2 will be grind, 1 will be whole prey. Which means mice, rats, quail babies, chicks, whole chickens with the feathers and everything, turkeys, ducks. Essentially anything their size or smaller they'll eat. Oh no, another message held for review. I eat, ew. Okay, this guy he has some bad habits. Let's put him in timeout. Yeah, that guy eats something that's worse even than what Pouncer eats, or is going to eat. Sometimes Swaggers, man, when he eats, like, I used to really heave, like, oh, like, you know, a snake, you give it a mouse, at least he's going to eat it whole. You know, Swaggers will eat half the mouse and leave you the tush, like, he'll leave you half of the mouse or half of the rat with the tail. So then you pick it up with the tail, and it feels so light. It's just so, the whole thing is so disgusting. You know, you just get nauseous. If you don't get nauseous, you're not normal. And then, disturbingly, over time, you get used to it. It really makes you wonder about yourself. You had refried beans. He's a savage. When it comes to any cat's diet, whole prey is really the best thing. It's just that, like on YouTube, well, this is YouTube. On YouTube the other day, some lady got mad that just said I was giving him grind, that it was raw meat, but that's what they eat. And then one got mad that Swaggers was eating a quail. Of course, it was dead. You know, I don't buy them alive. You get them from local farmers. But she got mad. But you know, a bird you see in the supermarket is equally dead. He just needs the feathers or the fur and the bones and the organs. They need that. You saw that, huh? Yeah. A lot of people sort of came to the defense of a whole diet, as they should. It's just strange that people get upset if you feed an animal a chicken with feathers, but they'll go to the supermarket or McDonald's and have McNuggets. Yeah, I don't know why she was mad either. I don't know, what she expected. They're carnivores. What else could you feed a cat? And the cat food it's processed. It's not like it's healthy for them. This is much better. I don't think the grind is even disgusting. It looks like hamburger meat, In fact, if you were to make a hamburger out of that grind, which I'm not going to do, it probably wouldn't be that bad. If you think about everything that's in it, it probably wouldn't be that bad. I don't know why she was so upset. I didn't put it with the intention of upsetting anybody. Hi, Kareem. I don't know how to answer that. Leopards are cats. He's a serval cat. They're cats that are related to leopards, but they don't get anywhere near as big. Don't worry, I won't be. But I'm just saying, it's something that's not that far from what humans eat. It comes out of hamburger meat, comes out of a grinder. It looks the same thing. It looks just like it's the same thing. It wouldn't look bad. His grind just looks like hamburger meat, even though it's a concoction. We're all sitting here looking at a sleeping cat. What do you think he dreams about? Thank you, Kareen. Sleepy kitty, she says you're cute. He says thank you. Sometimes when he's sleeping, he wags his tail. Do you think it's weird that we're sitting here looking at a sleeping cat? What are you guys doing? Counting his spots? Checking out his giant ears? See how his paw bends? The bend is higher up in the leg than most cats. And they swat. And it hurts, man. When they swat, the reason they can do that is to catch fish. They'll swat in a lake or whatever, and then the fish dies right there. That's how they go fishing. My cat looked with me. I'm not sure what that means. He's probably having nightmares about his cat friend. Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know what's up with that. Yesterday, he felt rejected. And I felt so bad, But then he found the car keys and played with them, and he felt much better. So it's not like he's hard to please. I was one that got upset. I couldn't believe it. If it was Swaggers, I'd get it. Because Swaggers, when he was a baby, he would just go for them. As in instantly trying to kill them. But this guy, he just wants to sit and play with them. And they wouldn't have any of it. Hey, Charles. Yeah, I didn't pay for him or his dad, but they're like $5,000. I would show him so much attention. Well, he would eat it all up. They live off of attention. That's all they want. And this guy needs to always be the center of attention. Otherwise, he'll cry. Except now. Now it's like I'm getting a moment of peace. He'll play, because he's a baby. He'll play, then he'll sleep. But there's no real middle ground. He just lies down, boom, he's asleep. And there are times when he looks sleepy, and he says, sleep. And he just does it. Just watch the videos. Don't believe me. It's the cutest thing. I don't know why. It's probably a coincidence or something. Their tails are supposed to have rings. But you see how he has spots on his tail? That's just... Let me see. It has rings, but he has some spots. That's really weird for a serval. Yeah, he does look peaceful, like a little baby. 3 months. 9 weeks. He was born on my... Believe it or not, he was born on my birthday, and so was Swaggers. I can't explain it, but it's true. So we have a party. I don't know if we're going to be having this party together, though. Because Swaggers is not the world's greatest dad. Have you tried to find him puppy friends? Maybe puppies. That's a nice idea. JJ, how you doing? That's a nice idea. No, I haven't. But that's worth looking into. I'll go post that in the chat group. I'm going to be unbanned tomorrow from groups. Uh-oh, we're on 3%. How did he shrink? What's up, Dirt Block? He's not Swagger. It's Swagger's baby. It's a mini Swagger. He's just a mini. I don't want to wake him up. He's just a baby. Those cats were rude to the sweet baby. Yeah, it's weird. And those cats are so sweet and affectionate, especially for outdoor cats. You know, and they're really nice to each other. And they're nice to cats that aren't from their family. I can't explain it. It's almost like it's a racist thing. You know, which must sound ridiculous, but what else is it? You know, he's been so good with them. You know, he really is polite. It's almost like he knows he looks different and he tries to compensate, but there's nothing he can do. He thought Swaggers. He didn't shrink. He looks like a mini Swaggers, but Swaggers has a much smaller tail with only 4 rings because there's this thing with servals called over-grooming. Their tongues are like sandpaper. And Swagger's mother, she over-groomed him. So, like, she ate the end part of the tail. It happens with them. It doesn't hurt them, but it's common with servals. But this little bro's tail is good, so it's much longer. I haven't really counted how many rings are on his tail yet. It's hard to see from here. I don't know. I can't really tell. Because he's got spots there, too. It's weird. Supposedly, they're the only cats in the world that have spots and stripes. I don't know about that, personally. You know, I don't know. I think Joffrey's cats also do that, but don't trust me. But he's a good boy. And, like, it's not like you put down food and he'll sit down and eat. It's all based around, she loves your spots. It's all based around play. Like, they'll just play. They're the only cats that'll choose play over food. They'd rather play than eat, given the choice. Like, if you put down food and you throw a ball, they'll go for the ball. And then, in between play, when he's, like, tired, then he'll maybe nip at it a little bit. But they don't just sit down and eat like a person would. It's a whole different thing. Or a regular cat or a dog. You know, everything is based around play. It's kind of like, you know, kind of an interesting philosophy on life, you know. They'd rather live well. But yeah, their spots, you know, the spots they have match galaxies. So you could map out the stars. Different servals have different configurations of spots, and the spots correspond to different stars and different galaxies. That's how they chart the stars. That's a coyote. Are you a coyote? No. He says he's not. He woke up just to say he's not. There's a black hole. What's up, Cloven Beast? How are you? There's a black hole. A very good answer. So now he's going into like this REM stage of sleep. I think he's dreaming of his ball. I can't believe we're looking at my dirty car and my sleeping cat. I know, right? He shook his head. It's like, no, ain't no coyote. You know what animal has a similar coat to them? It's spelled Genet. I'm not sure if you say Janet or Jeanette, but you look them up. They're really cute. They're not cats. People call them Jeanette cats, but they're not cats. They're something else. And that would be a cute little playmate for him. Like, they're all over the place. They run everywhere, but they're a little bit wilder. Like, they're really not going to sit down with you and cuddle. This guy does, though. I mean, servals don't, but I don't know. Pouncer does. He's just different. It's a tiger cub. Well, in his dreams it is. He's a serval cub. It's like a medium-sized cat. You know, bigger than a regular cat, smaller than a leopard. And just by the way, a cheetah is not a big cat. A cheetah is considered a lesser cat, meaning if you turn your back on it, it won't attack you. You turn your back on a leopard or a serval, and they will attack you. Also, their vocalizations are different, so they classify them as a lesser cat. Kind of insulting, if you ask me. Are you a tiger? I tell you what, I think that it's time to go, because we really have to go find that cat in the park. It's going to be dark and it's going to take time, and I got to put him in this box. I'm going to have to wake him up and he'll go back to sleep. appreciate everybody coming. I hope you'll have a Merry Christmas, a good weekend, and a very nice night. And Pouncer feels the same way. Appreciate all you guys. Be well.